Hello and welcome to LSE Focus. It is post-match reaction show time after Liverpool have just won the Merseyside derby in the most extraordinary of circumstances. Winners do not get later than that. They do not come from more unlikely, bizarre sources than Divock Origi, who I think it said hadn't played a Premier League game since the very start of last season, shows up, comes on as a sub, does what he's meant to do, causes havoc in the box and gets us a phenomenal late winner to break Everton hearts, to break Manchester City hearts as well. Imagine being a City supporter watching that thinking, yes, we're going to go 4 points clear at the top of the table, and right at the death, jammy old Liverpool get a winner to put themselves 1-0 up and get 3 points, and like I said, absolutely smash Everton hearts. They must be absolutely on the floor right now. It's an awful mistake from Jordan Pickford. I was thinking it all game, you know, he'd made a couple of dodgy passes, he'd been scything the ball this way and that, and I'm thinking, if you're going to target one player, target him, because he does not fare well under pressure. He's been given this idea by managers that he's a ball-playing goalkeeper, and he just can't do it. So put him under pressure and he will crumble. That's what Divock Origi did. I'm sure that's what he was told to do. We saw him getting a team talk from Peter Kravitz before he came on, being told what to do, being shown the clipboard and everything like that. And I'm sure he was just told, be a big lump, get on their goalie's nerves and score the winner that will send the cup absolutely wild. And he fulfilled all three of those criteria. He was absolutely fantastic. Even apart from that goal, I just thought it was actually a pretty good performance from Divock Origi, and he's a player I've slated in the past. He's a player that I've said I don't think is good enough for Liverpool. All the way through pre-season, all I could talk about when it came to Origi was his dodgy finishing, his lack of confidence, his inability to bring teammates into play, but he did exactly what he needed to do today and more. I thought in other situations like the counter-attack where Keita sets him free, I thought, oh, it's Divock Origi, that's a total waste of time. But he runs the ball round the player, he shows confidence, he shows intent, and then he whips a really good ball in. So who knows, maybe I know absolutely nothing about football. It's these kind of games, these late 1-0 wins that look totally impossible, that make absolute fools of us all, and we are all absolutely ecstatic about it. I'm sorry, by the way, about the very sparse setup. I've only just got back from uni for the Christmas holidays. I only just got back in time for the game, let alone to sort of set up anything. I've put little Firmino there, who incidentally didn't have an amazing game today. I think a lot of people were crying out for him to come off, watching it on Sky Sports. Jamie Carragher was desperate for him to get subbed off, and to be honest, I think he was right. Firmino is a little bit iffy. There are a couple of other players that were a little bit off as well. I thought no one really had maybe an 8 out of 10 performance, but likewise, I don't think there were many sort of even 6 out of 10s or 5 out of 10s on the pitch. I thought the centre-backs especially deserve a lot of credit, especially during the first half. I think they started to tire towards the end and let Everton through the back door a few times, but during that first half, which is when Everton had the most energy as well, when they were really trying to hit us on the counter-attack and maintain a high intensity and a high press, every single time they launched the ball forward, and you could see Marco Silva absolutely fuming about it on the bench, because every time they launched that ball forward, Van Dijk or Gomez, they get their head to it, they climb over a Richarlison, they launch it back and start another wave of Liverpool attacks. So I thought both of them were fantastic today. Fullbacks just pretty decent. Alisson Becker, what a save in the first half. That was fantastic. And again, credit to Joe Gomez for the follow-up block on the line. Everton really should have scored there. Any other Liverpool side, apart from this Liverpool side, concedes there and goes 1-0 down against Everton at Anfield. They do the unthinkable and we potentially lose the game. But this Liverpool side does not concede goals lightly, especially not at Anfield. So Everton, they were fools for thinking they could have got a goal out of that scenario. It's a great save from Alisson. He makes himself big, and then a fantastic block off the line from Joe Gomez. So I thought all of the defence did really, really well today, apart from a couple of times where I think the intensity of the game just got to them, but it got to Everton as well. That's the nature of derby games. It's whether or not you keep your nerve, and their attackers did not keep their nerve getting forward. They fluffed their lines. Richarlison scuffed so many shots. Liverpool's attackers, Liverpool's Divock Origi kept his nerve right at the end of the game and secured what is a massive 3 points. I thought elsewhere on the pitch, again, Salah, a bit of an iffy game. I think out of all the attackers that started, probably Sadio Mane was the best. Every time he got on the ball, he looked like he was going to make something happen. He was direct with his runs. He was showing pace as well. He was getting in behind the defence. He nearly gets that goal in the first half as well, where the ball gets played over the top and he just slightly overhits it with his left foot. So I thought he was really, really good. So he's been in fantastic form for a while now, Sadio Mane, especially when the other attackers haven't been firing. His ability to just be a fantastic individual footballer has really shone through in, I was about to say, these difficult times for Liverpool. We've just won the derby with a 6th minute goal from Divock Origi. These are not difficult times. These are the best times of your life. And I feel like Liverpool fans almost got so caught up in just how good we are at the moment that we've kind of forgotten how good we are. You know, any bad result is met with howls of derision and, oh my God, we're the worst team in the world. We need to remember this Liverpool side, this is the best start they've ever had to a Premier League season. One of their best defensive records in their entire history, potentially the best. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been keeping abreast of the stats after the game because, as you can tell, I'm very, very excited. This Liverpool side is absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, it's so draining for Manchester City to watch games like this. I'm sure all of their players will have sat down to watch this game thinking, come on, Everton, get a result, help us go clearer at the top of the table. But Liverpool are just keeping the pace. They will not leave Manchester City alone, and that's going to be so important over this Christmas period because we could quite easily lose ground. We could end up 5 points behind or 6 points, 7 points behind, something ridiculous. It happened a couple of seasons ago when we were in the title race up until this stage, and then we fell away and Chelsea just pulled clear because we couldn't pull ourselves together and just keep getting results over the Christmas break. It's so important that Liverpool just keep winning games, sometimes amazingly, but sometimes like they did today throughout this Christmas period. This is not the last scrappy win we'll have, and if they carry on coming with 96th minute winners against your bitter rivals, I don't think any of us will be complaining about it. So yeah, not an amazing performance for Liverpool. Sometimes the intensity of the occasion got to them, but I felt like they held out and held out so well, and it's so important that we didn't concede, that we didn't let Everton take complete control of the game, that we kept on attacking, because if we don't do that, we don't get that 96th minute winner. We don't set up that scenario where Everton's players are so shattered they don't even bother following that scythed cross shot, whatever it was from Van Dijk. If they had more energy, if they hadn't been run ragged by Liverpool, they would have gone after that. They would have made sure that Pickford wasn't outnumbered and outclassed by Divock Origi. But Pickford makes a mistake. I don't really rate him that highly. I'll be perfectly honest. I just think, like I said, you put him under pressure, he will crumble. There is word that Man U want to put in a mega bid for him. So please, Manchester United, I'm begging of you, buy Jordan Pickford, because I'll be honest, I don't think the lad's very good. But, you know, I would have said that about Divock Origi before the game, and he has turned out to be the hero for Liverpool, rightly so. Jurgen Klopp was getting in the face of the camera after the game, telling them about Divock Origi, telling them, show Divock, show my team. They are the heroes of today, even though he steals a little bit of the limelight by absolutely hurtling onto the pitch, which, by the way, I absolutely love. These feel like special times to be a Liverpool fan. That win does not happen under any of our previous managers for so many years in the past, but under Jurgen Klopp, it just feels like he's made something so special. And if we can just keep that pace with Man City, just stay close to them, then maybe there will be a Premier League title at the end of it. And maybe you think I'm talking nonsense, maybe you think I'm overexcited, but we've just won the derby in the 96th minute. If you're not excited now, when are you going to be? So that's all for today's video. I'll wrap it up there. I could ramble on and on and on for hours. I'm just so ecstatic about that win, but I'll leave it there. If you did enjoy this video, and I'm sure you enjoyed the game as well, then hit that like button down there, hit that subscribe button there if you're around here. Check out some of the other videos that have been out on the channel over the past few days as well. I'll be back soon with the pre-match content for the game against Burnley with a nice full set and all that, but until then, bye for now.